Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl acknowledged today he had put his comrades in danger. "I left my platoon in a battlefield," he said, calling it a situation that could easily turn into a life or death situation. At least 2 American service members were seriously wounded as U.S. forces searched for Bergdahl. The Taliban had captured him almost immediately and would hold him for the next 5 years until he was released in exchange for 5 Taliban prisoners. Today's guilty plea offered some comfort to one soldier in his platoon.
The fact that he's admitted that he did desert and misbehaved in front of the enemy has brought a lot of vindication and peace to me.
The prisoner released was controversial. Then candidate Trump was highly critical.
And 30 years ago, he would have been shot.
Bergdahl said he left his post to report misconduct by his commanders. An Army investigation said that he may have been delusional, concluding Bergdahl's mental state substantially contributed to his unreasonable decision to desert.
The fact that the Taliban kept him penned up for 5 years is the result of his walking into the hands of the Taliban. The United States of America still needs to extract punishment for what he did.
The judge found Bergdahl guilty of desertion for just 1 day, not his entire time in captivity. Sentencing is set to begin next Monday, and he faces up to life in prison. Hans Nichols, NBC News, the Pentagon.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.